Hello. Okay, listen up. I saw Frozen. And I think I'm the only one, except for the few people who saw it with me, who did not enjoy it. I did not think it was good. And I'm like looking online at these reviews, and I'm like, it's getting like high reviews, like high praise. Even Jeremy Johns, how you say it, what's his face, freaking liked it, recommended it on Blu-ray. And I was like, what? This is like maybe the third worst movie I've ever seen. The first one being like The Last Airbender. That's like the worst movie I've ever seen. Second one, I have no idea. This one, the third. Frozen. Because I think it was a super cool idea. The animation was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Idina Menzel was freaking one of the characters. Her voice is amazing. But the songs were so bad. They were so bad. It was like Barbie movie bad. Like these songs that they just kind of pull out of their butt. They're like, here! Nice rhymes with twice. Love rhymes with above. We got a song! Woo! It's like it was written by a third grader and then put to a Broadway poppy tune. It was horrible. The songs were bad. Okay? If it hadn't have been a musical, it would have been okay. And it wasn't like the normal Disney format musical where it's like talking, awesome show-stopping song, talking, slow character development song. You know, it's not, it was like they were singing like dialogue, like Les Mis style. And the whole thing was very scrambled and confused. Like the beginning, this song that starts playing is like a tribal chant kind of, and I was like, the hell? Am I in the wrong theater? I seriously thought I was in the wrong theater for a second, and then I was like, no, it's Frozen. There's the title screen. And I was like, okay, maybe they're gonna go with like a Nordic feel, I can't explain, like a tribal feel. And it started out like that, it starts out with the Kristoff, this little tiny dude. Oh, spoilers, BT dubs. From this point on, major spoilers if you haven't seen it. It starts off with Kristoff as a little kid with his like ice cutter family tribe thing. And they're like singing this like working song. That was okay. It wasn't great, but I wasn't like, I hate this. So I was like, okay, this is the way they're gonna go. But then no, they go to the magical kingdom of Airedale, and it's like typical Princess Disney random kingdom in the middle of beautifulness. And then along come the super cheesy pop Broadway style. Do you want to build a snowman? And I'm like, what? The hell? And then Elsa has these powers, right? And she hits her sister, and that was okay. That was like, shit, that sucks, right? Bring her to these like random troll people. And Kristoff sees this. He sees them going to the troll people. He sees her get, her brain fixed, whatever, her memories erased. But they never, ever address that ever again. They never have this moment where, like, he's like, oh my god, you were that girl. Like, I thought for sure they were going to, tie that in somehow. But no, they don't. And she never regains her memories either. Like, they didn't even address that ever again. they were very confused about who was the bad guy. Like, they had no villain, except for the mustachioed man, who could not dance. Oh, and they like, unceremoniously killed off the parents with just this, they probably sank in a ship. That's all we know. They definitely died on their journey on a ship. Which is a beautiful scene, by the way. Beautiful animation. Looks real. It's amazing. But their parents die, of course. It's a freaking Disney movie. Saw that coming a mile away. But then it goes to like 3 years later. Like, we need to know that. 3 years? That doesn't make any difference. And then she's the queen. Elsa's the queen. And she still hasn't figured out how to control her powers. And then they have, like, this party coronation thing, and the mustachioed man is, like, right off the bat, like, this is gonna be the villain. This is definitely gonna be the obstacle character, like Scar, you know. More like Clayton from Tarzan. He's the villain, right? No. I mean, he is. He definitely is. He labels her like a evil sorceress when her powers explode. He sends 2 of his men after her to kill her. But then we don't hear about him for the next, like, third of the movie, at all, because Anna is going to find Elsa in her beautiful ice palace. And that, by the way, that song, Let It Go, that was the only good one. They should have just had that song and just screw it. We don't need any other songs, just that one. Just that one. Would have been okay. Yes. That would have been good. But no. No. So she goes off to find Elsa. And, okay, but before that, the prince guy. If you haven't seen it, please don't watch this. The prince that Anna meets in the beginning ends up to be evil. There's like this twist at the very end where it's like, oh, guess what? He was evil the whole time. But no, I don't think so. I don't think so, Disney, because you definitely weren't planning that from the beginning, and let me tell you why. You threw that in as an extra little sprinkle because you're like, shit, what am I going to do with this beautiful prince guy who's super nice, took care of her kingdom while she was off finding her sister? What are we going to do with him? Let's just make him evil. And I'll tell you why this was not planned. First of all, she puts him in charge of her kingdom. Anna puts him in charge of the kingdom. And he legit runs it to the best of his ability. Super nice. He stands up to the mustachioed guy when he thinks he's like gonna commit treason or something. Which I don't know if that's possible because they're from a different land. But whatever. He stands up to the mustachioed guy. He's like, don't you dare talk about Anna that way and Elsa. She's not a monster. And then when he finds out that Anna never came back, he sends out a search party and goes himself to find her. They find the ice palace, and he stops Elsa from killing the 2 people that the mustachioed man sent after her. He stops her. If he was planning on letting her just, doom herself, like he said, he could have just let her kill the people and been like, you're a monster! Maybe killed her himself, and would have been the hero, and would have been the hero and the king of Aradel, whatever. So, but no, he stops her from killing the people, and then she passes out for some reason, and then he takes her safely back to the castle, puts her in a dungeon, covers up with a blankie, comes back in, talks to her, finds out that she can't reverse the winter. He's like, I'll see what I can do to convince them not to kill you. He didn't let them kill her. He says, I couldn't just let them kill you. Which I'm sure they would have done. But then he goes and Anna needs him to kiss her. And he's like, oh, but I don't love you. And like, you're like, what? No, that's not even a good twist. That was like, shoot yourself in the foot twist, because he says like, all I need to do is just let you die, and then I kill Elsa, and then I'm the Prince of Airedale or whatever. I'm like, no, because you could have killed Elsa when she was passed out in the dungeon, and everything would have been fine. You could have killed her and been a hero, because everybody still thought she was an evil sorceress at that moment. He even, when he stopped her from killing those two guys, he was like, Elsa, no! Don't be the monster they think you are. And I'm like, oh, why would he say that? He was planning on overthrowing her the whole time. No. No, Disney. You're not pulling the wool over my eyes, okay? That was a really cheap trick, and it was dumb. You should have just had him kiss Anna and been like, shit, it didn't work. It didn't work. We're not true loves. And then he could have just fell for Elsa, or got home, or whatever. You didn't have to make him evil. Didn't make any sense. The hell? What about the mustachioed guy? We already have one villain. We don't need another one. And nothing happens with the mustachioed guy. Like, you don't have to get around him at all. They never even know that he was bad until the very end, and he just is taken back to his country or something. And we're never going to trade with you again. What? Yeah. So, there's that. And then there's, like, the horrible songs. Like in the Lion King, pretty much all of them, they were all kind of themed. The music was kind of themed. Even though there were, like, random songs like Hakuna Matata, did not go with the African-themed music of the Lion King. But it fit, because it made sense. I don't know, it just made sense, okay? And like Aladdin, most of them were Arabian themed, except for Friend Like Me. But it fit. They started off in this movie with like tribal weird music. It would have been okay. But then they just transition. They're like, fuck it, we're just gonna do cheesy pop Broadway versions. Oh, it was bad. Oh, there were some funny parts for sure. If it hadn't been a musical, it would have been just fine. And I would totally watch it again. And probably again and again. But the music was so bad that I couldn't stand it. I could not stand it. Yeah. Some good parts. The snowman's actually pretty funny. I thought he would be like the most annoying part of the movie, but he was not. Kristoff and Anna's interactions are hilarious. The animation's beautiful. The singers can sing. I wasn't happy with the voice acting though. It was kind of forced and bland and just wasn't good. I don't know, maybe I'll watch it again and I'll love it as much as everybody else did, but I feel like I'm the only one. I feel like I'm a huge minority in the fact that I did not like it as much as tons of other people did. They're comparing it to Tangled. I'm like, no! Tangled was freaking amazing! Tangled was like, oh my god! It was perfect! Oh, I loved Tangled. And it was cheesy and the songs weren't era specific, but it worked. It's probably because Alan Menken wrote the songs. I'm pretty sure he did not write the songs for this one. Anyway, am I the only one? Am I the only one who did not like it? Please tell me. I feel bad.